All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Midwest Plainsmen. And give me just one quick second here. And I am going to be sharing with you a video to get us started here with my special guest.
When you go down to the bay, have a little fun. Have your $10 ready. When the police have come, swing home, swing mama. Baby, it's got the beat
All right. There we have it. We got the duo together tonight who make up the group Improv and Hard Copies.
Hello, everybody.
I want to welcome the two of you to the show. Appreciate you taking time out. Now, these two gentlemen are down in Des Moines, and I'm up here in Waterloo. So these guys are locally known. So go ahead and introduce yourselves there, gentlemen, and welcome to the podcast.
All right. Thanks for having us. This is Mr. Ben Hamilton,
And this is Mr. Jim Kuchar.
and together we are Improv and Hard
Copy.
Copies.
And how long have you two been playing together?
Well, we've really been a group for about a year, a little over a year, maybe. I've known him, met him kind of summer of 2022 was when I really started knowing Ben.
I was hosting an open mic, kind of loose open mic, kind of jam session down at a local spot, Boggs Hall Avenue Tavern, but it's closed down now. But I met Jim and he kept coming back and we just kind of kept playing, you know? So
It's kind of an interesting story because Ben was actually friends with my son, and I am sort of indirectly responsible for him playing the mandolin from 10 years ago.
yeah, about 2009, I'd say. Yeah. So I was playing in a little band with his son and I played hand percussion at the time. And he says, hey, can you learn 3 chords on the mandolin? They're 2-finger. They're really easy. I got one you can borrow. And so that first Christmas after I was borrowing Jim's mandolin here, I went out and got the same thing. And about 10 years later, lo and behold, we've kind of universe provides, or the universal attraction.
Synchronicity.
So yeah,
It really was weird. So 10 years ago, he started playing a mandolin that I owned that my son loaned it Ben, and that's what Ben first started playing. And here it is 10 years later now, and we're together as a group. It's just kind of,
the mandolin's gotten a little bit bigger and louder, but
yeah. Anyway,
Well, I was saying, it's all the artists that I've ever talked to that does play mandolin, saying that mandolin is, it could either be the easiest instrument to learn on or one of the hardest.
oh yeah, it's definitely depends on how it's set up, and depends on the kind of music that you're trying to play with it. I'm definitely not a bluegrass picker, that's for sure.
no, not really.
I was say, yeah, because I mean, all the guys I've listened to that play mandolin, I mean, I've listened to both bluegrass, I've listened to country, and I gotta say that the one dude that I think I've listened to the most, and that's got to be old Steve Earle.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm a big David Grisman fan myself. So that dog style, once again, a little branch off of bluegrass. So I love me some bluegrass, but just not really my style of picking. So.
So, basically, now, what has been each one of yours musical upbringing been like, and what was your primary interest?
Go ahead.
Well, so I was actually thinking I was going to be an actor. In high school, I did a lot of acting in the theater there, Ames High School, by the way. And we had a great director. He kind of got me into it. I was reading in a class one day, and he convinced me to get into drama. But there was one of the plays that we did where I actually sang in the play, and it was kind of the first time where, like, I sang in public, and like stupid afraid, thinking I was gonna. But I actually had people come up and say, "Oh, that sounded really good," blah blah blah, and it kind of really got me hooked then. So I started singing, but I didn't really start performing until literally about 2 years ago. Um, I'm kind of one of those people who've been playing guitar for 30 years, and one of these days I might actually remember how to play. So anyway, I mean, I've been playing guitar for a long time. I did take a couple years of piano too. I was like 35 years old, so I've got a little. I can play the piano a little bit too. So as far as performing, it literally about 2 years ago is when I started performing because I raised a family. The whole sob story, and
Yep.
I retired finally. So I thought, I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing music on stage and on radio podcasts.
Excellent. So now, what has been your biggest musical influence?
Oh gosh. So like, like the Grateful Dead. I grew up in the 60s, so there was the
Mhm.
Byrds, there was Bob Dylan, there was Crosby, Stills and Nash, the Eagles, Pink Floyd. That's probably where my roots are. Moody Blues. Did I say the Moody
No,
Blues?
you have not.
Moody Blues. We actually do one of the Moody Blues songs, and so kind of like head music, they used to call it, like Pink Floyd and that kind of stuff. It was, Grateful Dead was really great.
Yes, the Grateful Dead is great.
It's funny how the Grateful Dead have spanned a generation now.
Oh yeah,
Then some.
yeah, I know. It's really sad now that we're starting to lose some of the good guys.
Yeah. Well, they're like 80 years old now.
Yeah,
Good
I know.
music being made out there.
Yeah.
I think I grew up singing in the church choir, not necessarily by choice, but and then I started playing the violin, which is I think why when I took to the mandolin it was so easy. But my musical influences would definitely be like what my parents were listening to. My dad was a disc jockey in the 70s, so I was listening to the Beach Boys, a lot of Motown. So sing along with that, and then probably around 16, I found the Grateful Dead and really, really enjoy their repertoire of music, their catalog of music. So
we're both deadheads.
I'm a Jerry kid, man.
No, I mean that's not surprising at all because I think there's a lot of guys that have grown up with the Dead and a lot of big names from back then too.
Yeah, I saw them in concert one time. They were up in Cedar Falls, and it was probably one of the best concerts I ever went to. They were their opening band, and they were their finishing band. They did a 2-hour set. They took a 20-minute break, and then they did another 2-hour set. Unbelievable! It was unbelievable.
Jerry Garcia opening up with 45-minute guitar solos since before I was born.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Cool.
Yeah,
now, with the music that you two are playing, are you doing a lot of cover sets, or have you written your own stuff too?
Yeah, well, like I was saying, that song on the beginning was not. But so we do covers. We try and do a lot of different genres. So like we're not just blues band. We're not just so we'll do things like Hotel California. We'll do Grateful Dead songs, things like that. But we've written quite a few original tunes also, and we've been performing them a little bit.
Cool.
Slowly letting it come out. I'm getting more back into I was on a little bit of a writer's block, we'll call it, for a while. So I'm starting to get back into it, feel comfortable with playing my music again. He makes it really easy to be comfortable playing music.
Well, I was going to say, it's kind of taken a while for us to get to a point where we can kind of think something and or look at him, or he looks at me and we know where we're going to go next, kind of a thing. So that's a comfort where you can start doing your originals knowing that, it's going to be played kind of the way you want it to sound. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's making sense or not, but
oh yeah, that does. That's the balance, the harmony, and the connection that you two have got between each other, that you practically know that the sound that you both want.
Right. And there's still a lot more to work on, obviously. Like I said, we've really only been serious. Well, we've really only been serious about 8 months or so, but
Right.
we have been playing together off and on for a couple of years.
Nice. So now, I know that you guys are playing at different places around the Des Moines metro. The one place that I'd always had stuck in my head for open mic, for the music that you're playing, was I think, was it the House of Blues down on Grand Avenue?
Yeah, House of Blues. It was.
And then it became the Gas Lamp.
Yeah.
And then some corporations, I think, purchased it, and I think they're going to knock it down.
Yeah.
Some parking downtown, so got to keep them local venues alive. Really do.
Yeah.
So now, the place that you were playing at Lefties, where is that at in Des Moines?
Lefties is down in Draketown.
Okay.
Yeah, between 24th and 23rd Street, right on University. So
Gotcha.
Literally downtown Draketown.
Okay.
Pretty cool place. They got a good setup. The sound system's pretty nice.
Killer sound system.
It's nice to walk in there. And literally, it's like, oh, here, let me just plug my guitar in and I sing into that mic. You know what I mean? It's nice that it's set up like that, and yeah,
they got good staff down there for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that means they've got good people running the place.
Yep, we appreciate it down there.
Cool. All right, so what's the first song that you want to play for us tonight?
We'll do Dark Hollow.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, this is a kind of a mashup, old traditional songs, Dark Hollow and Catfish John. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine, than to be home alone, knowing that you're gone would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going and I ain't coming back. Mama said, don't go near that river. Don't be hanging around the Catfish John. Come the morning, I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet desert dawn. Well, take me back
living down I was proud to be his friend, but now my sin don't go near that river. Don't be hanging around the catfish John. Come the morning and always walking in his footsteps in sweet don't go near that river. Don't go hang around Catfish John. Come the morning, I'll always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. Well, born a slave, down the river. Don't be hanging around Catfish. Come the morning and I'll always be there, walking in his footsteps in sweet Delta dawn. Well, we were walking in his footsteps in sweet Delta dawn.
That
Hey.
sounded good there, guys.
Thank you. We tried.
So now with the original music that you are playing, so what's usually the influence for those? I mean, is it from personal experiences?
Oh, yeah. When I write, it's it's definitely about personal experiences. Yeah. And I mean, like some of my early music was more like country because it's easier. So three chords, you can write a country song, right? But
Yep.
they've gotten a little jazzier as I've gone on. Kind of moody blues influence a few of them. But yeah, definitely they're about my life really. So I think the same might be true.
Yeah, I'd say definitely. Recently, I've had some lifestyle changes, so I think a lot more of what I've been writing about lately has been about those lifestyle changes and being healthier, mind and body. So, um, just trying to find that healthy balance of telling people how I feel without sounding preachy. You know what I mean? Like that's the hard thing for me when I'm writing this song.
Yeah, I'm getting to that age where I just kind of don't care anymore. But I need to do more of that.
Well, and there are people out there that love the more grittier style of music and lyrics, and they really connect it. They really get into it.
My daughter, you say that. My daughter just had a song tonight that's like 4 of the first 6 words were the F word. So
Oh, jeez.
that was the lyric of the chorus. So, and I'm like, what did they say?
We try to keep family friendly lyrics, right?
Yeah, we try.
So now, have you guys developed a following with your appearances at the local hangouts down there?
Not a big one, to be honest, but
Usually about the same people.
we're working on it. That's kind of partly what you're supposed to be doing here. It's like helping us out. You know,
Yep.
we get in front of you, and you got a pretty big audience, whatever. And,
Oh yeah, and we've got people watching. I can guarantee you that.
well, and that's why we're nervous because no, I mean, anyway, but yeah, that's so, and that's kind of going back to what I said about we're just at that point where we're really comfortable performing, because it takes a while to get the vocals, the harmonies and stuff are really coming together and stuff. So we're getting more and more confident.
Now Jim is really good at writing lyrics, but what I kind of got going for me is I put together like chord progressions. I put together the meat of the song, and what I really hope happens in the near future is I can throw some of those chord progressions out, and this wordsmith over here can.
We haven't actually written a song together yet.
We have not co-written anything yet, so
not yet. So it's
Okay.
it's like his music and my music, but it's our music.
Yes.
But it's
Mhm.
we haven't written one together yet. So I'm sure that's in the works. We kind of started one, but we haven't gone back to it yet. And really, like Ben's saying, it was just a chord progression, that D minor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so now with the I know with it's always difficult for independent musicians to really find a start and have a niche all to themselves. But when you've got that set and you know what you're both going to be playing, and you've got a sound that people like. I mean, where do you see yourselves in the next couple of years with this?
I'm not used to having this mic on my face. I hope we can crank out some albums, and I just want to keep playing with them. It feels so good to be playing with them, and kind of just letting it like naturally happen instead of like forcing, calling a bunch of places and trying to play a bunch of gigs. We're just kind of letting it fall into our laps and as organic as possible.
And we're thinking, Ben has done in the past. He's played at like retirement homes, because those old folks just love people coming in singing live music and stuff. So that's one of the places we're talking about, kind of looking into that sort of a thing, keeping busy. It's easier for me to get out and about. I'm retired now, so all my kids are grown. Ben still has a family at home, so he also has to balance, and it's very difficult, balance home life, with a musical obsession, maybe not a profession, but it's an obsession.
Yeah.
And then still do like a 40-hour a week job kind of thing, so that's kind of where I wish I had done that when I was back 30 some years ago.
And yeah, I think most other guys would agree with you on calling it basically calling it an obsession. And
yeah, I mean, I just I can be. We've done it a couple of times where we practice every week, and we've come to practice and like, man, I don't feel like I almost canceled. We were just like 5 minutes in, we're like energized. We're like, wow, okay, I'm feeling better now. So it's also kind of like an addiction. It's like we can't. Anyway, it's.
Oh yeah, I would agree with you. All right, so what do you be playing next?
Blind?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we were talking about original songs. This is a song I wrote. It was inspired by my 30-some year career, if you want to call it a career job, at the U.S. Postal Service that I retired from. So the thing is, when I started, when the supervisors actually used to know something, but by the time I retired, literally it's like, hey, can you breathe? Yeah. Okay. You're a supervisor. It was really bad. So anyway, so the name of the song is called The Blind Leading the Blind.
Mm-hmm.
and the blind, and the small man leading the tall. My mind spins like a dime, trying to make some sense of it all. Where did we get the notion? Maybe by drinking some magic potion, 'cause only the Phillies moved on. They've given them the big promotion. I'm from another time, but only the best move on. When the SATF and you're looking for a leader, let's go. But then I'll stand around, finger up their nose. They'll stomp out the little fire, watch as the sparks go higher and higher, wondering where they all go. They're adding to the funeral pyre. When we're all up in place, you know that's the end of the game. Don't know why you thought you'd get something for nothing. There ain't nothing from this life that's for free. If anybody tells you different, they're just lying. Or they're trying to tell you something to take your money away. So let's all gather round and stand up for liberty, for all that is ours, 'cause that's the only way to be free. Don't listen to Big Brother, he tries to tell you that he's your mother. He never gave you birth, he's trying to take over the earth. And then he'll do his one worse, he'll go all the universe. Don't know why I thought you'd get something for nothing. There ain't nothing from this life that's for free. If anybody tells you different, they're just lying. Or they're trying on the sly, yeah, to take your freedom away. Don't know why you thought you'd get something for nothing, yeah. There ain't nothing from this life for free. If anybody tells you different, they're just lying. Oh, they're trying on the sly, yeah, to take your freedom, to take your Monday, to take your... What are they going to take away, Mr. Ben?
They're gonna take your life.
That's right. They're gonna take your life away. Woo!
That was a good one.
Mr. Jim Kuchar right there.
Thank you very much.
Well, I definitely can. I think a lot of people can get behind that one.
I hope so. I mean,
Or you're not paying
I'll be able to
attention.
knock at the door here pretty soon. I hope not. Well, thanks.
Oh,
Thanks.
man. Some of the music I've been hearing lately, It tells stories and experiences. I mean, some of them are really comical. Other ones I know that people can relate to. So you guys are definitely on the right track.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, really.
Okay, so when you guys first started off, now did you have a certain vision in mind, or were you just kind of playing, just winging it?
Just winging it. I mean, really, like the first couple times we played was with my son, his best friend at the like 10 years ago. That guy. But I thought from the very beginning we sounded pretty good together. Ben was actually in a different band at the time.
Yeah, I was doing kind of two projects, and then that one kind of dissolved, and I just kept showing up for practice. This is just I don't know. We didn't really have a plan. It was more like, let's accompany each other to this open mic. Let's accompany each other. Let's make each other sound better.
We had like he's saying, we had this open mic every 2 weeks that he hosted, but I mean, I was just getting back into music, and so I took every opportunity I could to get on a stage, just to sing, and then a lot of times he would sit in and stuff, and that's kind of how it all grew. We just kind of started like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. So I would say there was never a plan from the beginning. It was just that's how it's
Mm-hmm.
working out.
Now, do you ever have ideas that you want to grow eventually, or do you just want to stay a duo, or do you want to add somebody into the mix?
Yeah, we've talked about it. I think we know exactly who we would want, or what we would want. We just don't want to change like
Yeah,
the sound. We like sonically how we're sounding. So if we were going to add something, it'd probably be rhythm, like percussion, or maybe bass. But it would have to be like, you'd have to be just as weird as us.
see, right, and exactly, because we think we sound pretty good together, and we have this sort of this bond thing, and when you add another person, obviously there's a whole nother dynamic, that.
Right.
But yeah, we've actually played with like percussion and other people, and it actually sounded really good. So some kind of a percussion, some kind of a maybe like a lead guitar, something just because it's like we're pretty versatile. I play the piano too on some songs, and so we can. And he's got the different mandolins, and this is kind of a lot like almost more like a guitar. So it's weird because he's a mandolin, yes. So he can do it. He can do that. So yeah, if we had like percussion, I think percussion would probably be the one big place to add to.
Conga, maybe some djembe, shaker, something. I'm assuming that when we do eventually record an album, because I was percussion before I started playing.
Right.
I'll lay those on the tracks, but it'd be nice to sit up and have
Right.
three people.
And that's something that is, you were asking earlier, what direction? Well, one of the directions is we would like to have, record some of our music. And at the very least, if we go to a concert or an event, something, we could hand out a demo CD or something,
Mm-hmm.
So that's
the immediate future.
That's one of the, yeah.
Well, and really recording a demo CD, you're not going to have a great big expense doing that. I mean,
No.
that you'd be able to do all on your own, and that way people have a chance to really listen. As I know, I know what it's like for musicians trying to just get a start and get their music heard. So that's basically everything about what I'm doing here, so that it gives people a chance to listen to your music. And then once you, once you can make money at it, then that way you can start doing a lot more.
We'd love to do that. We do have an event coming up in July 20th. in Jefferson, Iowa.
Thomas Jefferson Gardens there, 5 to 7.
Okay. Cool.
Doing things, like I said, we're doing things organically as they come. So
Yeah. And there's actually an event in September. I won't actually name it, but I would really love to get an invitation to it. But that's in Cedar Rapids.
Oh, okay.
Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. I just don't want to.
Cool. All right, let's sneak in one more here, there, guys.
Story in your eyes, or do something else? Well, I've been thinking about a fortune, and I decided that we're really not to blame. For the love has begun to satisfy. And the sound we make together is the music to your story in your eyes. It's been shining down upon me now. Listen to the tide slowly turn. Wash all your heartaches away. We're part of the fire that is burning. From the ashes we can build a better day. When I'm crying for you children, I feel like the we're living isn't vain. In the sunshine you've been waiting for the rain. When the final line is over, then the student that the curtain's gonna fall. I can hide inside your sweet love. You're a more. Listen to the tide slowly turning. Wash all your heartache away. We're part of the fire that is burning. From the ashes we can build a better day. I'm trying for you children. Nothing like the we're living is in vain. And the sunshine you've been waiting for the rain. When the final night is over, then the certain that the curtain's gonna fall. I can hide inside your sweet, sweet love. Nevermore. You want to instrumentalize? Blues.
Cool.
Story in your eyes.
All right, we've got a request.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Gail Anderson said that Delilah and Gail want to hear Ben sing.
Huh, all right. Well, we can't leave him without a request. I'm going to
You go.
yeah, you want to?
Yeah.
He's convinced you to be his your friend now. Been around for so damn long. Water off your soul, trade you for a song. Soon he's taking over. Down every other side. I got to get myself from this dark and lonely town. Has a feeling coming over. It's right upon my ear. Losing all control when the devil takes the wheel. It's come to jump the party, yeah. This world is at the door. Don't you worry about him, and he won't see me no more. He's always looking on your mind. Seems everywhere to be. Every shadow around every corner, and he's chasing after me. There's a feeling coming over. It's right upon my heels. I'm losing all control when the devil takes that wheel. Newspapers print this long. Name those who lost the war. They could not take it anymore. Now they're gone. You cannot give up now. For what you fight for. Last year's they shadow when they hit the floor. There's a feeling coming over. It's right upon my heels. I'm losing all control.
That's an original.
That is some really good singing there, guys. Singing in playing the strings, definitely. There you go, Gail. I hope that
Gail
you would like that.
Gail and Delilah was that? Just kidding.
Yep.
Love you, girls. Thank you for requesting me.
It was.
All right, gentlemen, this has been a fun broadcast, and I appreciate you taking time out to come join me this evening.
Hey.
And look forward to seeing you here soon, because I'll be making trips down to Des Moines here, because I've got events coming up myself that I'll be down there. So I'll definitely make contact with you and find out where you're going to be on a weekend.
All right.
Sounds
good
great,
to me.
man. This was a lot of fun. Appreciate it.
We really appreciate this. And, you know, a lot of times you see like the Facebook links, you go like, yeah, that's a fake, you know, whatever. So I'm glad I clicked the link.
So
It was nice meeting you. It was really nice meeting you.
You as well. Like I said, this is all about me trying to do what I can to help out musicians just like yourselves to get heard and have your music heard.
Well, thank you very much.
We appreciate it.
Yes.
You're welcome. All right, this has been another version, or another edition, I should say, of the Midwest Plainsman on the Prairie Land Radio Network. Appreciate everyone tuning in. If you got questions for me directly, email me at the Midwest Plainsman at Gmail. You can also contact the boys here on Facebook. I'm going to put up their profile here for you right quick. And there you go. That's Improv and Hard Copies. Facebook.
Right. That is us.
That's us.
And you can find them there. You can make contact with them there. And you'll be able to find out exactly where they're going to be each week. So now, let's see, what is on your schedule coming up?
Well, we do about a once a month thing down at Lefty's. So that's not coming up probably until the middle of next month. But what we're really kind of getting ready, we're available. What we're really getting ready for is Jefferson. We're trying to incorporate some newer stuff. So we got Jefferson on July 20th, 5 to 7. And then that Lefty's thing, you can find the event when it's created. It'll be up on our page. And that's like from 6 to 9, I believe, and it's an all ages event. So
Lefty's, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
the night of the week varies, but we've been known to pop in. We on a whim we went up to Ankeny to Jabba Joe's. They've got a really nice setup too, by the way. It happened to be a comedy open mic night, but they let us play, so we like that place. We've only been there once, but we'll be going back there probably.
Cool.
If you know where you want us to play, send us an email.
There you go.
Yeah, and as I say, because there's plenty of venues up in this neck of the woods too that you guys can venture up this way too.
Oh yeah, we travel.
Yeah, we're just starting. Like I said, we're kind of really just starting the performance part of what we're doing. Mostly it's been rehearsals, and then we're going to be doing some recording and stuff also.
Cool. All right, gentlemen, have a great night. Thanks for taking time out to come join me. This has been fun, and I'm sure that we'll be crossing paths here again here soon, and I look forward to that. So with that being said, I want to say goodnight to everybody, and I'll be back again later on with more with the Midwest Plainsman. Have a good night.
Night, all.